Alright, welcome to the detailed version of Eminem, the taboo of hip hop. This particular part will be a detailed version of what happened in the previous video. It's just a detailed and more complex version of it. Please bear in mind that this will be 100% without a doubt something that will have to be cleared up because someone in the comments were having a hard time following up on the whole entire thing, I guess. So please bear with me. If you are that type of person that need more detail, this video will be a little bit more for you. And yeah, without a doubt, let's just get right into it. This is a narrative that hasn't been brought up, but the actions of the stans/superfans are very questionable, and it is often ignored amongst every social media platform. From hip-hop Twitter/Instagram to subreddits and other platforms, each superfan has made this behavior known and kept it on the down low for some who tend to turn a blind eye. We'll start with a few things going forward. Please bear this in mind that these particular topics that I'm going to be bringing up right now will matter in this. One is just not exactly particularly a no-brainer, but I wanted to bring it up just to bring it up to the next point. So please just keep that in mind. So for the first one, we have critics are not meant to be trusted due to biased views and lack of research on said artists. Now, this is why I said about the fact that this particular point will go to the next point. Critics struggle with not using equality when it comes to rap. There will be videos about the critics that struggle with negative and constructive criticism and the levels of rap. Now, let me make this very, very clear on this one. These will be links on the document. If you want to go ahead and check the link down below, I will send the invitation for all the links for this document, because one thing for sure is that there will be particular parts of the document that will be sent to a link to either my videos or some evidence going straight through of some examples. So please bear that in mind going forward. But yeah, these go straight to my videos specifically. So make sure to go just check those out before literally reading entirely through this. Now, the third one is very important to this entire document, and that is superfans or stans of said artist have strong beliefs in their artist and don't acknowledge their flaws. This will be very important going forward. Please make sure to pay attention going through this. So, now that we got that out of the way, there are two reasons why Eminem is a taboo to hip-hop stans/superfans. One reason is because of how albums are rated by fans. Fans have their own opinions and express them to the social media space. They are allowed to have their own opinions. However, they misinterpret an opinion for a fact. Making claims is some type of evidence that is concrete. But when there's too many holes in it, someone's going to notice. But of course, the fans of said artist wouldn't care and would be plain ignorant to the point of no return. It's almost damaging how this works for some who really can't admit to their artist that has a flaw, like almost every human on earth. I cleared up some things last year about Joyner's album specifically. There's a video for that, obviously, right here. If you guys want to go and check that out, there's a specific video that I literally talked about this entire thing. So I'll make sure to go check that one out because of the lack of coverage on the overall scale. Giving someone like Joyner, for example, a 7.8 like that is completely bad faith and a complete smack in the face as a rap lover. The rating for Joyner's standard is higher than a 7. This notion that we're supposed to treat artists equally as far as skill and talent is complete delusion. The music that you will consume can cloud your judgment if the research is not done correctly. But of course, that is never the case here, is it? People don't research or come up with their own conclusions. These particular fans don't even research Eminem or do half of the work I do to come to these conclusions. So they decide to call him mid, trash, and almost the worst things under the sun. They will do anything to literally cover the blemishes or cracks of an artist because they can't admit that their artist has flaws. The second reason is production can be pushed so over the edge that they can use this talking point to the end of the earth. They will refuse to engage with anything hip-hop noted. Certain superfans do this a lot to make comparisons to at least other arguments. They're correct 100% of the time, but for some odd reason, they use this for general GOAT debates or just random occasions whenever they want to express false information. This is a common thing that super fans / stans do at times. For example, this Kendrick Lamar versus Drake beef has sent Drake stans to a complete frenzy. The majority of regular Drake fans come and go, but these dudes are consistent with these lies they are trying to bring on social media. I remember seeing this one tweet that was absolutely bad faith, trying to claim that Drake created Kendrick. And I'll literally show you the link now. Like, anyone who literally comes up with something like this is really willing to just come up with lies. Like, just spread false information about something you do not know a single clue about. This shit right here is just utter lie and 100% fucking unbelievable, unhinged ranting. Because it just shows how much these guys are coping. So I responded to it, and let me tell you, it does not end there. I baited him, of course, and called him a stan, and he admitted it. Notice his demeanor in this particular tweet that I'm going to be bringing up. Completely memeing it out and not a single amount of care. This is the definition of copium. And let me tell you something. If they do this, chances are they are taking the loss pretty heavy. They did this with the Pusha T versus Drake beef. They did this before. This is nothing different. So, of course, with everything going on, they're just doing a lot that is completely unnecessary. Then you have the most extreme ones who have lost all sense of the world that we live in and will ride or die for Drake in the most unnecessary ways possible. Now, I'm pretty sure that I'll send the link for this because I think I forgot to do that when I posted this document. But I quote tweeted this earlier, and it will probably show on screen. But you'll clearly tell that this man did not respond well with this. He did not. So I'll send the links right before I publish the invite. But anyway. Let's continue. I bring up a tweet about Drake's intentions on taking this beef versus Kendrick, and I literally remember making this tweet before. I don't know if anybody literally saw it, but I literally made this comment, and it was weird because I was literally saying by the way, I know Drake did this for a cash grab, but to get an allegation put on your back is not itchy. Be fucking for real, dog. I literally said this verbatim. And now tell me why this individual decided to mock the tweet and say, Drake needs money from the likes of Kendrick Lamar, and then proceeded to laugh. Notice how I literally said about the fact that there are certain ones that take it to the extreme? This is what I mean. This is exactly what I mean. It's almost sad at this point. It really is. And then he literally says this under this particular tweet. This was literally under the tweet he was saying earlier. Like, what? Like, what? Like, this is so stupid. It's so stupid. Clearly, someone hasn't been paying attention. Some beefs are mostly for cash grabs for certain artists in order to hype up their own albums/projects coming out. This has been happening only recently within the last 8 years or so. Drake has been getting some attention, but people have noticed the fallouts of his recent albums. I respond. At this very point, at least at this point, I had to literally respond and ask him a certain question. And guess what that question was? So I literally asked this question, then why involve yourself in a beef that you know you're going to lose in? This is why I question these people, because it's like, you know these things are happening, yet you don't want to answer the question. It just goes to show you how fucking crazy some of these, like, Drake stands are. I'm just saying. But moving on. And then he literally says in the same fucking retrospect that I was looking for clout and all that stuff. Like, with what I was saying, he gave me exactly what I was looking for. On the fact that how unhinged you guys can be when you literally turn away this entire situation. And then immediately, and I don't know why, you guys immediately start trolling because you guys can't admit that you lost. Like, the amount of fucking craziness and toxicity in this is insane. I'm telling you. He was trying so hard to pivot this entire time. This is the norm of Drake stans. They pivot to a different topic, and when they're called out, their mind is completely in the gutter in nowhere land. This is an example of a stan that will put all of their beliefs into one person and completely turn a blind eye to the mistakes of their artists and then critique other artists for their music. Most of the superfans don't do this as much. It's mostly Drake and Kanye superfans that do this type of behavior. Eminem will never be recognized as a high talent because of these superfans in these spaces. It's a matter of proving it, and even proving it to some, they choose to ignore everything that is present on one side and the other. Also, they're very close-minded to these topics. It shows a lot in the media, and most of the mass tend to ignore it because they don't care. Well, if you didn't care, why did you respond? It's my MO to care about these things because I care about the state of hip hop. And most of them make false info in this space don't help at all. Like, I'm just being honest. Most of them making false info in this space doesn't even help. They don't even help. So, one thing for sure, I'll say this will conclude the video. I really do hope this will end a little bit of why I can't, like, review Eminem publicly. It's because of these particular reasons. Like, everything is on this document. You guys can go and check it out. Like, seriously. I'll literally send a link in the description. So, yeah. That is it. Hope you guys enjoyed. It's been Zach, guys. Later.